Okay, class, so I am teacher Darren, and my pronouns are going to be Z, zer, zers, and zerself. So that's how you will address me. Yes?
So what about she, her, hers, herself? That's what we know.
Yes, but I am gender neutral, so I am not a female nor am I a male. I would be in between. So right here would be my pronouns. So instead of she or he, you would refer as Z. Instead of her or him, you would refer as zer. Instead of her or his, it would be zer. Yes, in the back.
So I'm sorry, I'm confused. Are you Mr. Darren? Miss Darren?
No, I am teacher Darren. There would be no Mr. or Mrs. in front of that, just teacher Darren.
Wouldn't it be zister or zis?
They haven't created that word yet, but you're on the right track. So it is just teacher Darren for now. Yes.
You look like a pretty lady to me.
Well, thank you. Most people would take that as a compliment, but I am gender neutral, so I am not a lady. I can be pretty, but not a lady. Yes.
So you can't be pretty or
I said I can be pretty.
So you can be pretty and you can be handsome, but you are not a she that is pretty and you are not a he that is handsome?
Correct.
That don't make no sense.
I'm confused. I guess I'm.
What are you confused about?
I'm confused over the whole thing.
Why do we have to learn this?
Well, because this is how the world is changing now. So the world progresses and we progress with the world. Yes, in the back.
Can we just call you by what you look like your pronouns are?
No, because that would be disrespectful. So my pronouns are Z, zer, zers, and zerself. Or you can just call me teacher Darren.
Isn't
Yes.
it kind of disrespectful to like put stuff in our faces and into our heads that we don't necessarily want to align with or learn?
No, it wouldn't be, because that's the way the world works. So even though it's something that you don't identify as,
Not the whole world.
well, even
That's
though,
more so just like the USA, more so like.
Okay, well, where do you live? In the USA?
You said that's the way the world works. I'm just saying the whole world, like the USA is like 2% of the world. There's so many other continents and countries that don't want to, instill this into their youth.
Okay, well, let's start by doing it in this classroom with teacher Darren.
Mrs. Darren.
Teacher Darren. Yes, in the back.
So I'm gonna do my best with the Z-Zer stuff in the classroom, but if I were to use that in front of my parents, they're gonna get really mad. So is it okay by you if I call you like she, her behind your back?
No, it is not. You could just call me teacher Darren to your parents and refer as my teacher Darren.
But they're gonna ask why I'm not calling you Mr. Darren or Miss Darren. They're gonna be like, what do you mean teacher Darren? I've never heard
That's
that.
something you can educate your parents on. See how I'm educating you and we kind of pass it down the vine?
So you're pretty much giving us.
Yes, in the front.
I don't know. You don't know my mom or dad. If I told them this, they probably come up here and you probably won't have a job.
I don't believe that's the case. These are my pronouns, and that's the way the world is working.
I'm gonna go tell them this.
Is this part of the curriculum now, or is this something you want to personally teach us?